Check one. Check one. Alright. I'm just looking at the bars. I have no way of checking sound quality. I know it's going to be terrible, and probably only getting worse. Alright, this is episode 5, and the first in this series of Covert Op podcast. The I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast, episode 5, Covert Op. At work, working. This is all being pre-recorded, and if any of my coworkers or bosses ever hear this is in between cutting down cardboard boxes, and I don't get any breaks in the day, so I'm only going to do this in snippets leading up to about half an hour, which I'm going to put my 2 10s together and then add a bonus for myself on that. So snippets in between, during lunch, don't worry about it. Alright, we're here in the back room. I'm getting some couches, I'm getting stuff. I'm the kind of guy that gets shit done, you know, you gotta get it done. You're looking out from the back room, just kind of making sure, just creeping. Oh God. So I'm speaking calmly, but I don't want people to, you know, if anyone hears me, I'm gonna act like I'm on the phone. And oh yeah. Yep, alright, love you too. Gotta go. Like, do one of those things, you know. But, Covert Op. Thinking about stuff. Wrists aren't hurting. Going to the doctor for those. Oh yeah, no one knows what I'm talking about. So my wrist started hurting when I was picking shit up. Because I pick up cardboard boxes for a living. Because I've made it in my life. And, yeah, I started hurting. You know, I was getting into boxing. I was doing the customato number system. I was getting into it. Getting into calisthenics. Fucking lifting my shit up. Lifting my body up. Doing pull-ups, handstands. But then my wrist started hurting. So I had to take a week off. And then I got into boxing, and then they started hurting more. So then I scheduled a doctor appointment. Now I got to fucking wait. So it's like, shit. Awesome. So now I'm going home. I don't know, it's like drink a couple beers and smoke and shit, because, I don't know, I just feel like that I had some good motivation going behind that boxing shit, and then it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks when your body fails, and you're just like, oh, wow, now I have to use my mind. I'm used to using my body, which I'm not a professional athlete, so I didn't, gotta be quiet. Sneaking, you gotta close that. Okay, we got the couch. We got what we need. Yeah, it just sucks though, because you had your motivation and your momentum going, and then it kind of stops it, and then I have to use my brain. Not a professional athlete, so my body never really made me much money. So perhaps it's time that I start using my intelligence to do something. That might be good. I don't know. Covert Op, number 1. I'll probably stop and start these, and I might edit them close together so there's no gap, but I probably won't. So every time I'm going to come back and be like, oh, hello? Even though I can't hear myself, and is anyone there? Yeah. Now, these are fillers. These are the episodes we're calling fillers. You know, discussions throughout the day, topics in the moment, at the time. And we will, this just be a little series of kind of boring little ones, but it's good though, you know, it's live action, even though it's pre-recorded, but whatever, pretend it's live. And then we ramble, and we walk around and do stuff, so then I'll stop and I'll come back. But I'll do these every now and then. Mostly it's going to be Cam and I doing this yapping and stuff. You know, he's pretty much the only one I talk to on a regular basis is Cam. I don't really talk to anyone from back home. I think a lot of people, they have a hard time moving on from their home, because it's hard when you leave your parents. A lot of people like their parents. Hang on, they gotta look. Covert. A lot of people like their parents, and their parents like them. And in that case, it would be hard. But when your parents want nothing more than to just get you the fuck out of the house, it's kind of a different situation, you know. And they, like, express their desire for you not to be there, like, repeatedly. And then at one point, you can't do anything at the house without hearing how they want you to be the fuck out of the house, and then you just say fuck you and you leave. It's one of those things. But if you liked, if you were like buddies and pals your whole life, yeah, that'd be totally different, wouldn't it? That'd be way different. Because you'd be like, oh man, then you'd be sort of tethered to whatever state that they choose to live in. Like I know some people now that are kind of like that. They're, pulling up their roots and moving states, and now everyone has to go with them because they're kind of like a commune, which is kind of cool. But I don't know. Maybe I've grown to like being alone, and I know it well. I know how to do it. I know how to have a fucking party by myself, just sitting in a chair at home. And then if my girl's there with me, that's a bonus, But I can do it alone. Some people have that skill. Cubans have that skill. Mexicans, they have that skill. I think Spanish-speaking people, I don't know. Something about they just know how to. I mean, African Americans too, though, or black people, as they're called. I don't know. Maybe it's because in history they had like nothing, but they still were able to make it work. So now they still have that kind of spirit, But now they have stuff and the spirit. Some of them, I don't know, not all of them, but no, that's the attitude to have. Should be a party every day. Life, to celebrate life. And if you celebrate life too much, you can end your life early by drinking too much. You're drinking like a little pussy. Okay, Covert up. I'm coming back. Going back to work. It's only been 5 minutes, so that's not even a 10-minute break. And that is for the record. Gotta go. Alright, bathroom sanctuary. Covert op. Episode, I think I said 5. This is what it's all about. Just pissing. See, when you intermittent fast, you just pee clear for like the first half of your day, because all you're drinking is water. So it's all you get is the clear and this energy, the super hyperness, and the caffeine. It's kind of meth-like. It's a very good combination. Alright, Covert op, toilet, number 2, completed. Alright, and we continue on. Covert op, number 5. Oh man, dude. So, where do we leave off, Well, the thing is, with this ADD, which everyone says they have, you don't ever really know if you really have it. I don't even know if it's a real thing. Well, it probably is, actually. Probably gets real severe, but I don't know. When your attention span jumps around, you don't have to worry about where you left off because it's all over the place. You can just be anything. But anyways, boxing. As I was getting into it, was the shit, dude. I don't know if you heard about it. No, it's just awesome, though. It's like using the custom auto numbering system on my punching bag. It's a 7-2 all day. And I was watching Mike Tyson, and I noticed he doesn't really do a lot of 7. If anyone knows what this means, this is code. I broke the code. It's very simple. 7 is a left jab. If you're a standard fighter, with your right hand back, your strong hand back. If your right hand is standard, 7 is your Muhammad Ali. You're keeping him away. That thing. He didn't do that a lot. He added it he did a lot of this hooking this way, hooking that way, uppercut. This kind of shit. It just coming at you, crazy. But everyone knows he's the shit. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard was more like, he was more Ali-esque. That movement, hands low, kind of staying away from you, not really putting the hands up and coming in at you, because he was a little taller. He was lighter too. Tyson was short. Tyson was my size, dude. Fucking you imagine? 5'11" and 3/4, I think, at his highest, tallest. But 220 pounds with a neck that's 19 inches? Something like that, fucking bolted on. My waist is 30 inches, bitch. 19 inches. It's only 11 inches. That's fucking crazy. And he was very good at evading punches. And then if you did, anyone who managed to hit the fucker in his early career, I was like, dude, you have a 19-inch neck. He can take a punch like no one's business, but he never does take a punch because he has such good movement in those early days. He lost the movement later, when he got rid of coaches and he got older and didn't have his old coaches sitting there telling him, hey, you're dropping your head after the 8. The 8, that's code. I don't know if you know what the 8. I think it's straight to the body. I think left straight is what it would be, but you could do 8-8, left right. Anyway, it's a good discipline. And someone who's crazy like me, we need to fucking some sort of direction, some sort of discipline, because I'll just drift on that. I have such great discipline when I apply it, but I'll drift into the drinking and the smoking, because that's fun too. Drinking a couple beers. I didn't drink beer for over a year. I started drinking again. Things get stressful. You drink a little, it's fun. You're like, oh, this is great. And I smoke weed like it's just part of life, And yeah, you're not supposed to smoke that much weed all the time. But a couple people recently say, like, hey, if you drink all the time, you're an alcoholic. If you smoke weed all the time, you're something. It's like, yeah, you're fucking right. Like, if you have to know that. If you smoke all the time like me, from the moment you wake up all the way through, you have to know somewhere that that's not good. Weed smoking's not bad, but, just like everything, in moderation only. Because if you can do it in moderation, it's a blast. Like after work, you come home. If I were to just never smoke ever, other than when I just came home after work, and even if I drank and smoked after work only, I think that would be an improvement on my life. I think I'm going to try doing that. I always quit smoking in the days, and then it trickles back in. But I'm going to try be the night time only, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, I was thinking about this. Covert up. We're good. It's not even 5 minutes. This is not even another 10-minute break. It's not even. This is almost 1 10-minute break. Almost 110 total. For the record. But I was thinking about, anything I ever wanted to do was it's always bullshit stuff. It's the like I said earlier, it's the music industry, and then it's like, oh, I like physical fitness, and that's such a, you're on your own sort of industry as well, unless you go work for 24-hour fitness, and that sucks ass, from everything I've heard. And then the other one is, stand-up comedy, the only other fucking thing. But then, I've been on stage for years, but I've never just walked up on stage and talked. I have a guitar, I have all these knobs, and I can have all these knobs and these pedals and all this stuff to deal with and manage. But when you just walk up there, there's nothing, you're not managing anything. Like, it's just you. Yeah, so, covered up. No, we're good. But, you're not managing anything. You're managing the crowd with this is what I'm talking about, using your brain to make a living rather than using your body. So I need to, of course I have to pick something unsure. Stand-up comedy it's a natural inclination of mine, to combine my always making friends through being funny. That was the only way I ever made really friends. I was never cool, I was funny. So combining that with my stage experience, that's stand-up comedy, But it's terrifying, because it's just different, You're up there with a different objective, and you're just talking. It's just all brain. It's like, damn, dude. You have to have that fucking gift, and you also have the gift. But then, like with guitar, like I had a slight gift. You have a small gift, but then you have to develop it. You have to develop the shit out of it. Like these guys are top level nowadays. It's like, dude, spent 20 years playing hell rooms in Nebraska. Worst shows you could imagine. And bombing and having people yell at them and hate them repeatedly. You imagine how resilient that would make you, But I just have to get the nuts up. Just get the nuts up to freaking go on stage and do an open mic. See if it goes well. Try to think of some stuff that I think is good and just go up there and fucking talk. Just fucking bullshit. That's why this is good practice. You're just bullshitting. Hopefully at some point it's funny. With this, it doesn't all have to be funny, though. That's what's cool. I can be funny for a second and then fucking do whatever the hell I want. But comedy, it's like, you better fucking be bringing it, bitch. You better be bringing it the whole fucking time, dude. Because that's what you're there for, son. Oh, fucking getting hungry, dude. It's almost time to eat. Might have to pull the plug early on this one to 11:30. So yeah, just, getting the balls up to do something different, but it's such an uncertain industry I have to pick, because that's me, Gotta go with the crazy dream. Can't just be like, oh, I love math. So if you go deep enough into math, it's a pretty legit industry to work in. At a certain point, you can use it for so many different things. Stand-up comedy. It's like you can do one of a few things, but you gotta get up there and just do it. Oh, these dreams, you know what I'm saying? Then the other part of me just wants to fucking move into the woods, have a fireplace, and just chop wood. Every fucking day. Just chop wood, go to work, come home, build a fire, relax with my dog, my girlfriend, or wife. That's the other thing. I don't think I want to get married either. And I've been talking to Ashton about this, and I think she's coming around my way to where we can just be together forever and just pretend like we're married, but maybe we can avoid signing paperwork. I don't know. All right, we'll carry this on. Covert up. We're halfway through. It's not even a 10-minute break. If anyone hears this is in the gaps. I'm in the bathroom doing cardboard. 10-minute break, half-hour lunch. All right, be right back. Marriage next. Anyway, marriage is like, dude, I don't fucking know. Like, I know my parents were divorced, dude. Like, my dad said it sucked. Every guy I've talked to said it sucks. And I think I brought Ashton around, who was my girlfriend, if anyone ever listens to this other than me. She's like, oh yeah, we can be together, Because I was like, wouldn't it be more romantic if I don't have a contract that I signed, so I could leave at any minute if I wanted to, but I'm choosing to stay, right? So I think that worked. That did it. It's like, oh, I'm making the choice to stay. I don't need a contract to make me, stay with you and be in love with you. I can just do a freestyle and just, keep it going, because there's so much love. So I think that's working. But if that doesn't work, either I'll marry her, like 10 years. Like, I already told her all this, by the way, so if she hears it, we'll just do it at some point where it's so late. It's like, we've already been married, It's like, let's just do it. Or cover it up. Or do the thing where, I say, will you marry me with the ring, and she goes, yes. And I go, all right, sign here. And I have a little prenup ready, Can you do a prenup if you have nothing? Like, if I only make $20,000 a year, I want to keep all that. Or do you still have to pay, like, what do you call it? Alimony, if you're that poor. You probably do. You probably have to pay half of whatever you have. I don't know, but it's something that's too scary. So I just have, we'll do prenup, which would be funny because I have nothing. She'll probably have more. But, I'll be protected by the law. And that's really what love is about. That's what makes the world go round, is the law, not love. Or love and the law, I don't know. Love and the Law. It sounds like a TV show from the 70s. Love and the Law. This is covered up. Oh man, so freaking hot. Portland is a petri dish. Like, it's down this little valley between these mountains, and this mugginess just settles down in here. It's not like Seattle, which is, dude, we came from Seattle. That air is crisp. That air is clean. Best weather there. Freaking love that shit. Everyone's like, it rains all the time, dude. It's like, dude, it's gray and it's misty, but New York gets more annual rainfall, I'm pretty sure. Like, many cities do. A lot of cities do. Portland or Seattle weather is the shit, but Portland is petri dish. I have to wear jeans. Fucking knees are sweating. Freaking butthole starts sweating. If I'm moving like a sloth. I'm hardly even slow, just to try to keep the sweat line down. We got a lot of time left in the day. I gotta pace this shit. I noticed when I hit 27, my butthole started itching, or not itching, well, it did, but it started sweating. Maybe I never noticed it, but I noticed the butthole started getting sweaty, and thus itching, if it is overly sweaty. It's like new maintenance things come out. It's like a car when you have it for a long time. For a long time you don't have to do certain things, but then once you have that car for long enough, it's now you gotta do a couple of special things to keep it running now that it's getting old. That's how it kind of works. You hit 27, coming up on 30, it's a couple little things change. It's not that big a deal, hopefully, as long as there's not some disease that won't go away. But it's I don't know. It's still annoying because you still remember. At this age, when the first things happen, it's annoying because you remember being invincible. you still remember that, like, really, it was like just around the corner. I was just invincible like 3 years ago, 5 years, you know. And now I have things to deal with, you know. And now as I'm settling into it, it's just becoming like, you know, oh, doctor's appointment. You know, I got to get my teeth cleaned. My wrists hurt. Fucking got to do a physical to make sure I don't fucking have some cancer. Pretty soon they'll be shoving shit in my ass. Not shit, but different objects. To see what the fuck's up in there. And that's, oh god. I might just opt out of that and just be like, you know, I'm gonna roll the dice. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that, but it's scary. Luckily it's not for like, hopefully like 10 years. Alright, Covert, I'll continue later. All right. Gotta go. Oh man. Just moving stuff around the back room. And the guy delivering the water jugs, he's putting water jugs on the floor right next to me. We're like side by side, but I'm in the back room, he's there, and he's like, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And he's like, oh no, I'm good. Because I think he said I think he thought that I said, do you need some help, man? It's like, dude, there's no fucking way I'm helping you carry those water jugs, dude. I'm fucking wearing jeans. I'm hardly even moving today, dude. I mean, I'm getting everything done like crazy, but do it in spurts, dude. It's like, do a bunch of work, rest a second because it's sweaty. You know, so, by the way, it's a second 10-minute break. You get 2 in a day by law, for the record. If anyone ever listens to this that knows me, that I highly doubt. But anyway, as I was saying before, the most disjointed podcast ever. I think this I'm going for the record. We're doing bits and pieces throughout the day. Well, these are the Covert Ops series. Now, you have the Covert Ops series, the Solo series, and then really what I hope the show to be, which is my brother and I. But I don't really give a shit. Really, this is just like let's say it's a diary that I'm recording. So that if I go crazy and die, you know, they can look back and listen to it and be like, oh, this is what this guy was thinking. Or, you know, I mean, I'm not talking like mass shooting. I'm not, you know, none of that shit. But if those guys would have done this, then we would have known what they were thinking more. So just in case I become a mass shooter. The odds are not likely. But anyway, the health of life, you know. Getting a cavity drilled out. And I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to do a cavity podcast, too. I'm going to do a before and after numbing podcast. See how that sounds. Wrists, dental. At least I have good health insurance for the first time in years. So that's freaking nice, dude. I can actually go get it taken care of and not have to pay everything myself. That's embarrassing, too, when you go and they're like, what's your insurance? And you're like, oh, I don't have my shit together. I don't have any. And they just kind of get this look on their face like, well, you fucking better be ready. They kind of like, oh, it costs what it costs, bitch. Kind of like, I don't know, I sense that vibe about them where they're like, all right, we'll sign here. Pay this $100 just to sit in the waiting room, and then it only goes up from there. I have to get a fucking night guard at the dentist. I'm spending like $118 with the insurance, but you know, because I'm getting a night guard because I grind my teeth and I'm grinding away the freaking enamel. Because in Portland here, there's no fluoride in the water, so there's no minerals that are washing over your teeth all the time. That fucking, you know, I have to get like a fluoride toothpaste and shit because I live here. It's fucking bullshit. Fucking stupid hippies. Like, put this shit back in the water, dude. Like, my god. Fucking new age hippie stuff, dude. I don't like it. It's like, you know how when they, like the bands, they dress like hippies, you know? I don't know, it's just like you see them, like I saw this band like Greta Van Fleet. It's like, whatever, dude. They're a band. I don't care, whatever. Do whatever you want, dude. I'm not like that. Even if I don't like you, I can usually pick out some good things, you know? Even like U2, I don't like them at all, but I could say, hey, they're a legit band. They're together. They write songs, you know? But these guys, it's this new thing where they're dressed like they're fucking out of 1962, but they're just so goddamn clean. You know, they look like, in theory, they're wearing everything from the 70s, 60s, whatever, but they're 2018 sparkly clean. And it just doesn't look right. Like, your skin is too clean, your hair is done well, your hair is conditioned. Like, did you know anything about hippies? Hippies were the grimiest, grossest, free-living creatures to walk this planet. And now this new fake thing is like, we're hippies, man, we're psychedelic. It's like, dude, psychedelic was mental illness. That was Sid Barrett, dude. That was his schizophrenia coming out, being accentuated through his drug use is what I think it was. Underlying conditions being worsened by drug use, you know. And they act like it's like, oh, we're psychedelic. You know, that's a dark place you're coming from, man. So I don't think you're coming from that dark place. I know you love the sound, but I just feel like they want to call themselves that. They want to say, oh, I'm psychedelic or I'm a hippie. Don't call it that. Just do what you do. You don't have to wear costume-like clothing. You don't dress like that when you go to Ace Hardware, dude. You're wearing a sweatshirt and shit. Like, come on. So when I play, I'm wearing the same fucking black sweatshirt I've had for 6-8 years. I don't even know. It's disgusting. There's no telling what amount of fecal matter and semen is on this thing. Dude, I've washed it probably 3 times since I've had it, and it's almost been a decade. It's absolutely disgusting. It's the most comforting thing in the world. Put that on, it's just like it's like a dirty hug from a filthy friend. Just maximum comfort. But I'm one of those fucking people. I've had 2 cars only. You know, I use what I have until it's completely broken apart and I can't use it anymore. Which is a good quality. I'm trying to get my girlfriend to live. Let's just get rid of a lot of shit. I love living minimalist, dude. I want a fucking Japanese fucking futon on the ground. I don't even want a bed. I want to be able to move in the middle of the night if I want. Like, I love that feeling of freedom. But when you have so much stuff, you have a house and then you fill it with stuff, you got to bring that shit with you. That's almost like it's like a ball and chain dragging you down. So there's advantages to both. It'd be nice to have a fortress have a tractor, have a fucking barn, have your house, have 4-wheelers, have 5 pickups, 20 dogs. But then you got to move all that shit. And it's a big operation to move. It's like moving a business when you're that big. My business is small. Our business is like, I don't know, that's the way to do it. You're minimalist, and then you can spend your money on fun shit like more good food and taking a vacation more often, you know. See, now this is the idea though. Get enough money so that I can have a home, have all that stuff, and to be able to vacate. So, there you go. How about that? Instead of living like a psychopathic, like, God, this guy's like vacuuming on here, dude. Probably hearing that the whole thing. I didn't even realize. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's it. You got to get money so that you can have the house and the fortress and then still do your traveling. But that's a lot more money than I'm going to need. So I could just probably do it to the point where I can do one or the other. I can get enough money so I can cover both, or get enough money to cover one or the other. And right now I'm leaning towards the traveling because I'm afraid to just live somewhere, sign a 30-year lease, and be kind of tethered to that. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to retire. Or be able to, should I say. Because I would fucking do it right now. But I don't think it's going to happen. So I need to find something that I can do that I enjoy. Because then if I enjoy it, hey, I'm going to work every day, dude. But I like my work. And I like who I work with. And I'll do that till I die, you know. Probably only going to live to like 80 anyway. So my grandpa died. Of course, he did take himself out, you know. But that's, you know, we'll save that for the next podcast, you know. Taking yourself out early as an option. That'll be the next that'll be the next topic if I remember it. But I probably won't. But you know, we'll probably come across that topic in the future anyway. You know, we like to cover everything. You know, cover all aspects of life here on the I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. You know, because when you don't know what to do, I don't know, there's a lot you can say, I guess. I guess that's what our message is. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyway, alright. This is Covert Op episode. Technically, it's Covert Op episode 1, but it's total episode number 5 in the whole thing. Maybe we'll separate them. At some point, we'll do emails if anyone gives a shit, never listens to this. Whatever. Who cares? You know, it's really about... It's about self-expression. It's about the therapy. It's really, you know, I'm helping myself by hopefully helping others. And freaking douche. Little bitch pussy. Alright, and this total thing was 30 minutes. So that's 2 10 minutes. It's 20 minutes. And let's say I use my 10 from tomorrow. I won't take any breaks. Nothing. So if anyone from work ever hears this, I'll make up for it. I always make up for it. I always work extra. I don't put it on the time card. I'm your man. I'm the shit. I'm the best ever. And that's the attitude you need to have right now, you know? Think you're the best, going with your dick out, held in your hand, and your titties just flared out, like you're all ripped and shit, but you're not. Alright, fuck, I'm out, pussy.